this is Keeping Chelsea Clean with the Community Enhancement Team. I'm your host, Sharon Fosbury, and I'm joined by different CET members on stage with me. Here we have Monica Elias, we have Faye Ducaran,
hi everyone,
Mike Sandoval, and our wonderful friend Jose Ireta is providing interpretation for you. So we're here to talk about some different things. We're first going to start with Monica. Monica, the CET has been doing a lot with cleanliness. One of the things has been these butlers.
Yes.
Would you mind talking to us about what these butlers are for?
Yep.
Básicamente, Sharon es la persona que está dirigiendo este programa de televisión y introdujo a los diferentes miembros del grupo de embellecimiento de la comunidad. Y ahora Mónica va a hablar acerca de los mayordomos de las calles que probablemente los han visto ustedes.
So these sidewalk butlers are these receptacles that we have, well, in the summer of 2016 were installed. It was a pilot program here in Chelsea, and there were a contribution of like City Hall, Tom and Brasino, us, CET, and the neighborhood developers. And 5 of them were located around the City Hall Plaza. One of them was located in Shirtlove and Broadway, Hawthorne, Bellingham, and a pole in front of the 111, 116 stop, the gazebo, and Washington and Fifth.
Perfect.
So,
Ahora, Mónica está introduciendo un poquito acerca de la historia de de este equipo. Básicamente los instalaron en el 2016, en el verano del 2016, alrededor de la Broadway.
yep. And for those people at home questioning, like, why is recycling cigarette butts important? Well, these cigarette butts are non-biodegradable, which means that they will not decompose over time. And I don't know, should I stop for you or?
Sure. Básicamente ella está enfatizando el hecho de que es muy importante de reciclar los filtros de los cigarrillos porque esos no se descomponen con el tiempo.
Yep. And 2 main reasons why we wanted them to come to Chelsea. One was that it's the cleanliness of our city is not appealing to the eye, having so many cigarette butts tossed out. And 2, it's not eco-friendly to our water supplies because it can contaminate our marine life, and it's not, so friendly.
Y 2 razones por las cuales el grupo decidió traer esta iniciativa a Chelsea es porque la basura en el piso no es muy agradable de ver, pero también esto afecta a la ecología, más que todo la marítima.
Yep. So Sidewalk Butlers, they've teamed up with TerraCycle, and TerraCycle is a larger company in which they break down the cigarette butts. And to TerraCycle, the cigarette butts are composed in 2 components. One is the organic piece, like the tobacco, ash, and paper, which is degradable and does decompose.
Y básicamente ella está explicando el proceso de reciclaje, que esta compañía está trabajando con otra compañía que se llama TerraCycle, los cuales dividen los productos orgánicos como el tabaco y otros productos, y también hacen otro tipo de...
Yep. So the second component of the cigarette is the filter piece, and that is the biodegradable piece. So with TerraCycle, the company, what they do is they melt down this filter and they make plastic out of it. And with the enough cigarette butts that we collect and everyone else around the world that is part of the TerraCycle program, they're able to produce mass plastic, and with that they make public benches, and they could even make sunglasses.
Y básicamente la parte que no es biodegradable, que son los filtros, eso la compañía TerraCycle lo que hace es que lo hace un líquido y después se crea un plástico. Y tomando todo lo que se recicla de otras partes, crean cosas como anteojos para el sol o también lugares donde se pueden sentar las personas.
Yep. So doing this, a small receptacle like this can cause a big effect. So this is why it's very important. And for people at home that are smokers but are not nearby these equipment, like our receptacles, what you can do, there's a program with TerraCycle, the company, where you just sign up online, and that's on TerraCycle.com. And what they do, they send you a little aluminum Ziploc bag where you collect all your cigarette butts and you send it over, and shipment is free through them. And this similar to what our program does. We just download a free tracking number, and we send it over.
Y si ustedes están interesados en reciclar sus cigarrillos, pero no están cerca de este equipo, ustedes lo pueden hacer desde su casa, pueden crear un... TerraCycle tiene una forma en que las personas pueden mandar sus cigarrillos o los filtros de los cigarrillos a la compañía y ellos lo pueden reciclar. Solo tienen que bajar la información y es completamente gratis.
Yep. And so we are making a huge impact in our world, and one of each receptacle can contain up to 700 cigarettes, so we are making a huge impact.
Sí. Y cada contenedor puede mantener hasta 700 filtros de cigarrillos, así que estamos haciendo un gran impacto en nuestra comunidad.
Well, thank you.
Perfect. So, Monica, you were talking about they got installed in 2016.
Yes.
Right? And there are 5 of them.
5.
Has there been good use of them? Like, have we seen good use?
Yes.
Sharon acaba de preguntar a Mónica si muchas personas están utilizando este nuevo equipo.
I said yes.
Okay. But we still want them to use it more. There's some that we could see that they could use more.
Yes.
Right?
So what we want is for you guys to look out for our receptacles around Chelsea. And right now we have 5, as I mentioned. So there's these bright blue containers. So if you got, it's easy to do. After you smoke, you just put it in the hole, and we come around, I think bi-weekly, and we collect the cigarettes.
Y aunque hay muchas personas que están utilizando, todavía lo podrían utilizar más. Así que, por favor, cuando estén caminando alrededor de la Broadway, cerca de la Bellingham, vean estos contenedores y utilícenlos. Y el grupo recoge los filtros cada 2 semanas.
Perfect. Wonderful. So we want them to keep using them.
Yes, please.
Now, and there's some talk about expansion, right, Faye? Was there some expansion?
There is some talk about expansion.
Ahora Faye va a hablar un poquito acerca de los pasos que están tomando para expandir el programa.
Correct. So I just wanted to follow up with what Monica said, and we would really, appreciate, and we want to thank the citizens and residents who are using our butlers to continue to keep Chelsea clean. But before we get into the talk about the expansion, I would like to personally thank the CET would like to thank Councillor Tejeda. Councillor Tejeda's interest in our cigarette butlers has actually caused our city manager, Tom Ambrosino, to order an additional 5. So yes, we have an additional 5 because of Councillor Tejeda's interest in the program. So thank you, Councillor Tejeda.
Perfect.
Básicamente, Faye comenzó agradeciéndole a todas las personas que han estado participando en el programa y reciclando sus cigarrillos, pero también ella quería agradecer al concejal Tejada porque él demandó que se instalaran este tipo de contenedores, de esos tipos de mayordomos, que existieran más, y entonces por eso el administrador de la ciudad, Tom Ambrosino, ha implementado y ordenado 5 más, así que por eso han podido expandir el programa.
Correct. The additional 5 will be installed throughout the city, and 1 will specifically be in Councillor Tejeda's district. So with that said, the CET would like to personally thank Tom Ambrosino for all of his support and dedication to keeping Chelsea clean. And with this venture has enabled the CET to really, launch this pilot program with these non-recyclables, really things that are non-biodegradable. So we cannot thank you enough, Tom. And so additional 5 butlers, we have 5 more of exactly what Monica has, with the hope that there may be some type of new artwork. We're not quite sure yet, but the additional 5 that we have spots for 4.
What are those 4 locations?
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
Básicamente ahora Faye acaba de explicar el impacto de reciclar cosas que no son biodegradables, y explicó que van a haber 5 más en nuestra comunidad, y uno de ellos va a estar en el distrito del concejal Tejada. Y de nuevo agradeció mucho a Tom Ambrosino porque ha creído en este piloto y ha visto los beneficios en nuestra comunidad y ha ayudado a expandirlo.
So the four new spots that we will be launching the additional butlers are on Washington and Spruce, which is on Councilor Tejeda's, in Councilor Tejeda's district. The second one will be in front of the Parkway, what's that pub?
Chelsea Walk?
The Chelsea
The
Walk.
Chelsea Walk.
One will be at the Chelsea Walk. One will be at the courthouse, the Chelsea Courthouse. One will be at the pub. Where are we putting the third one, Mike?
Roca? Yeah,
Roca. Roca will
Yeah,
be the third one. So we have the courthouse, Roca, and the Chelsea Walk pub. Because as you guys walk down Broadway, and if you look down, you see a lot of cigarette butts, particularly in those areas. So our hope is that we want to utilize these in places where we see the most cigarette butts along the Broadway corridor. However, and before I move on, Jose, you can translate and then I'll continue.
Ahora, Faye también comentó algo anteriormente que probablemente van a modificar el tipo de arte que está alrededor de estos mayordomos de la calle, pero ella también habló acerca de cómo ellos seleccionan los diferentes lugares donde estos nuevos recipientes van a ir. La forma en que ellos racionan esto es eligiendo los lugares donde más personas fuman o ven que hay filtros de cigarrillos en el piso, y ellos han identificado que los lugares han sido enfrente del bar Chelsea Walk en la Broadway, también en la Corte y también en Roca.
Yes,
So that's 4.
correct.
Eso es 4, right?
Yeah,
So there's one more.
correct.
Okay.
So we have a little surprise for the audience and just the community, just residents in general. So City Manager Tom Ambrosino budgeted for 5, so we will have 5. So therefore we have 1 additional butler. And we're asking the help of the community to determine where we place this butler, this additional butler. So the CET, the Community Enhancement Team, has a page on Facebook, and we've placed a post, and we're asking you to log on to our Facebook page and kindly leave a message that will count as a vote, telling us a location in which you think it would be necessary to put an additional sidewalk butler. So we're asking for the public's help in determining our last location. So if you want to get involved, this is one of the best ways to do this.
Ahora, Faye acaba de comentar que tienen las personas que están viendo este programa tienen la oportunidad de elegir dónde el quinto recipiente va a ser instalado. Todo lo que tienen que hacer es ir a la página de Facebook del grupo de CET, CET, y allí pueden votar por dónde ustedes creen que debería de ser este recipiente instalado.
Excellent.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, thank you guys for all of your hard work. I know that you guys have collected thousands and thousands of butts
Yes.
so far, and I assume you'll do even more. And so with expanding this program, we're going to keep Chelsea cleaner
Yeah.
and also the environment healthier with recycling and stuff
Correct.
like that. So thank you
Yeah,
for your
you're
hard
welcome.
work.
Sharon, solo quería agradecer de nuevo al grupo por su arduo trabajo y el impacto que están haciendo en la comunidad. Han reciclado miles de filtros de cigarrillos, y solo quería agradecerles de nuevo.
Perfect. So the butts were one thing we wanted to talk about, but I see a lot of items here. So what else do we want to talk about today? What else can the community do to keep Chelsea clean?
Ahora, Sharon le preguntó al grupo qué otras cosas puede hacer la comunidad para mantener a Chelsea limpio.
All right, so this afternoon, what we're going to do, in addition to us talking about the butlers, we are going to explain the rules of recycling, because the CET, or the Community Enhancement Team, thinks that it's really important for residents to know the rules and to know exactly which items go into a recycling bin. So that's why we have so many items here.
Y la razón por la cual ellos tienen tantas cosas enfrente de ellos es porque le van a explicar a las personas qué cosas se pueden reciclar, porque esto es algo que el grupo ha identificado que es necesario.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the rules for recycling and trash, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Van a hablar acerca de las reglas y regulaciones acerca del reciclaje y de la basura.
Now, there's another rule about the trash. Yeah, I see
Correct.
these. What are these for?
So these are the City of Chelsea's orange trash disposal bags. And what they're used for is when you place your trash on pickup day in your black trash bins or whatever bins you place in, we would like to hopefully keep those bins covered so just enough trash fits inside the bin. We cover the lids, we place those bins outside. But for any additional trash that you may have, we would like to see residents put that trash in these orange bags. These orange bags do not need to be in a bin. They can be placed by themselves next to your trash cans on the curb for pickup, for trash pickup. But any bags that are sitting on top of your trash cans or on the side must be in these orange bags. It's a health public health issue. With as everyone knows, with our rodent population on the increase, these bags are a little sturdier and may prevent them from biting through and opening them up. So it helps keep things contained, the trash contained. So we would really hope that you would continue to use the city's orange bags during trash disposal. Thank you.
Básicamente, Fe acaba de comentar al grupo cómo funcionan las bolsas anaranjadas de la ciudad. Básicamente, cuando su contenedor de basura ya está lleno a la capacidad y lo puede cerrar, entonces el exceso de basura tiene que estar en una de estas bolsas y lo pueden poner a la par del contenedor en el día que van a recoger la basura. Esto es importante porque estas bolsas son un poco más fuertes y los roedores, ustedes saben cómo hay un problema de roedores, puede hacer que no rompan estas bolsas y esto nos ayuda a mantener a nuestra ciudad limpia.
Okay, so if you don't mind,
Yeah.
to summarize,
Right.
we want to keep the trash in the containers with the lids closed, like no overflowing trash,
Correct.
right? The bags inside the bins, they do not have to be orange bags. You can use other
Regular
bags.
trash bags.
Solo para resumir, que nosotros queremos que los contenedores puedan ser cerrados y las bolsas dentro de los contenedores, todas las bolsas de basura dentro del contenedor, no tienen que ser de este tipo de bolsas. Solo las bolsas que son extras, que no caben dentro del recipiente, tienen que ser colocadas en este tipo de bolsa y puestos a la par del contenedor.
Do we know, can we tell the audience, where can we get these? Where can we get these orange bags?
¿Alguien puede comentar acerca de dónde podemos conseguir este tipo de bolsas?
Yes. We have a list. The city has a list that have put forth, and it's in Spanish and English. And we have currently we have about 22 stores across Chelsea.
Wow.
Okay.
Those convenience stores are supermarket like Market Basket, Compare. So there's a list here. And like I said, we continue to make improvement as far as adding more stores. And we have listed the name of the store, address, and the phone number. But the phone number is in a different list, but we do have that. And
Sí, y Mike acaba de compartir con el grupo de que sí hay una lista en la ciudad, la cual contiene todos los nombres de los diferentes vendedores donde uno puede conseguir este tipo de bolsa. Alrededor de 22 diferentes tiendas y ellos tienen el nombre de la tienda y también el número de teléfono.
Great. So we know that if there's any trash on the side, it needs to be in orange bags.
Correct.
Now, we want to talk about recycling,
Yes.
right? Recycling is important, right? Now, Mike, you're going to help us talk about what items are recyclable and not recyclable, correct? Okay. So you help out with the CET and with the city about making sure that people are recycling.
That's right.
Yep. So, well,
Okay, ahora el grupo, ya que cubrieron cómo botar la basura, ahora también quieren hablar acerca del reciclaje y tenemos a Mike que trabaja con la ciudad para que nos explique un poco acerca de cómo el reciclaje funciona en nuestra ciudad.
So I just want to add before I move on to the recycling side is about the bags. I don't know if you noticed the city had made some improvements as to when first originally they launched this program, where a lot of people maybe that don't notice here on the bags that these bags are only for trash use only. So no, it says here no yard waste, no recyclables.
Can we show that to
So if you look at this bag here, as part of the education portion, we have added some lettering here to the bag, so where a lot of people can read here that this bag is only for trash use only. No recyclables, no yard waste.
Desde el momento en que se implementó este programa han habido mejoras de las bolsas en los cuales indican a las personas que estas bolsas están diseñadas solo para basura. Lo reciclable o cosas del patio no tienen que ir en estas bolsas.
So Mike, what do people, so with recycling, we have these blue bins, right?
Right.
But can you talk about what people should do if they have yard waste or if they have recyclables and stuff?
Yes. So we have different ways to do that. So I just want to also clarify that there's two sizes of bags that people can use, right?
Oh, yes,
This is 33 gallons, and there's a roll of 5, a pack of 5 for $1.60, no tax.
Okay.
For 33 gallons, and 15 gallons is $1, no tax. So for everybody in the community and the city that have access to these bags, I just want to clarify that the price is standard across the board. Every vendor in the city has the same price, and if you do have some discrepancies in that, please let us know. Okay?
Ahora, antes de continuar con lo del reciclaje, Mike quería clarificar algo acerca de las bolsas. Hay dos diferentes tamaños, uno más grande de 33 galones y uno más pequeño de
15 galones.
de 15 galones, el cual los precios son los mismos en todos los lugares donde los venden. $1.60 para las 5 bolsas grandes y $1 para las bolsas más pequeñas.
Correcto. And as you can see here, we're trying to utilize the back of this bag, the reverse. And so this is in English right now, and it's going to be put in Spanish in the back, so people are aware, people can read on, and they have, so there's a lot of education we're trying to improve. And these bags, Jose, are strong enough that they can withstand 50 gallons, the weight. So a lot of people are concerned that these bags are not as strong. This is strong enough to withstand 50 pounds.
Ahora, Mike está hablando de cómo esto es un método para educar a las personas. Enfrente, ahorita, en este momento, está solo en inglés, pero ellos esperan que la parte de atrás sea usada para tener la misma información en español. Y él acaba de mencionar que estas bolsas son lo suficientemente fuertes para cargar hasta 50 libras.
So we can move to recycling, right?
All right.
Ahora van a hablar
so
acerca del reciclaje.
So me and Faye, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take stuff out here because everyone knows sometimes recyclables can be confusing to one, and even myself sometimes I don't know what is recyclable, what isn't.
Right.
So I'm happy that we have Mike here to let us know.
Ahora, el grupo lo que va a hacer es, a veces es confuso qué se puede reciclar y qué no se puede reciclar, entonces ellos van a hacer una actividad acerca de eso.
So do you want to start, Faye?
Sure. So Mike, the ever so famous pizza box.
La
So-
caja de pizza.
I would think recyclable because it's made from
Cardboard.
From cardboard,
Yeah.
right, Mike?
That's
Mike?
exactly correct, and there's a myth behind this. There's a lot of mixed thoughts about people saying, "Oh, this is recyclable." It's not. Yeah, we are clear to the material is recyclable, but once it gets contaminated with the grease, it's no longer recyclable. So therefore, it has to go into the trash.
Interesting.
La caja de pizza, el material que es ¿cómo se dice? Cartón es reciclable, pero porque ya está contaminado con grasa, lastimosamente esto no es reciclable. Cuando ya esté contaminado, aunque se pueda reciclar, porque está contaminado con grasa, no se puede reciclar.
So there, one
So that
more.
goes.
Yeah. Oh, it goes into the trash.
trash.
Bye bye.
There you
Okay.
go.
There
What
we
about
go.
this one? It still contains pizza.
Yes. So that's another pizza box that is also people ask a lot. So they ask me, Mike, why is that not recyclable and this is? So the reason being this, Jose, is because this is a frozen pizza that you get at the supermarket. So therefore, when you go and put it in the oven, you're not going to use you're not going to put it with the box, right? You take the contents out of this. So this no longer, as you can see, it's so clear, it's clean. So therefore, Monica, Faye,
Recyclable.
Sharon, this goes into the recyclable.
Básicamente la diferencia de este tipo de caja y la otra es que esta caja contenía una pizza frisada y que no fue cocinada dentro de la caja, así que no fue contaminada por la grasa y por eso se puede reciclar.
So, the pizza box is two different types. There is stuff you order, you get delivery, whatever, those pizza boxes, and the stuff you get at the store, the frozen ones.
Nice.
The difference is the grease.
The grease,
The grease
that's right.
makes it recyclable or not recyclable.
Sharon solo quería enfatizar que la diferencia entre las dos cajas es que una está contaminada con la grasa y la otra no.
And does that apply to all paper products, Mike?
Yes.
Yes, once.
So there are people that utilize they order Chinese food and all this, the birthday cakes and all that stuff, and all that material that has it's contained paper, but it's contaminated with grease or sugars. That's no longer, it's not like napkins. That's all gone to the trash. So we have a list here, a flyer that the community can have access to. It's in both English and Spanish, and that tells us, what's recyclable in this column and what's not recyclable here.
Okay. Y Faye comentó de que esto es una regla que se puede utilizar con otros tipos de materiales, no solo con las cajas de pizza. Y Mike compartió un recurso que la ciudad tiene donde identifican todos los productos que se pueden reciclar, que está en inglés y en español.
What about this, Mike? A magazine. Any special rules? Where do they go?
Nope, that's all. Like I said, if it's clean, if it doesn't contain any grease, it's
Yeah.
all recyclable. All books, magazines, flyers. What you call those? The mail you got.
Yeah, like
Like the,
Trying to remember the name.
oh, why can't we think of it right now? Like for like Market Basket
Yeah,
or
all the
Stop and Shop, all the,
advertising, yeah,
the
yeah.
flyers.
Promotion
The flyers,
flyers.
Yeah,
all the
flyers.
junk mail, right?
junk. There
Yeah.
you go,
There you
junk.
go. Okay.
Bueno, libros o revistas,
Catálogos.
catálogos y cualquier tipo de papel se puede reciclar con tal que no esté contaminado.
Would I put it in the same bin with my plastics and pizza boxes and stuff, or should I separate it in like a bag and then put it
Ahora,
to the side?
Faye le preguntó a Mike que esto es un material diferente. ¿Lo podemos mezclar con el otro tipo de material o lo tengo que poner en una bolsa separada o un contenedor separado?
So again, in the effort to promote and to educate the community, every other community surround Chelsea is all pretty much the same standard across. It's all single stream, which means there's no need to separate. Right? I guess in the past it was a lot of constraints as far as separating. There was too much work. Now the state has implemented where it's so much easy to do, and everything goes in the same bin. No bags, no plastic bags.
Wonderful.
Mike acaba de compartir con el grupo de que aunque son diferentes materiales se pueden poner en el mismo contenedor. Anteriormente era algo confuso y entonces el Estado ha adoptado esto, que todos los materiales con tal que sean reciclables se pueden ir en el mismo contenedor.
So at the end of the day, it's not that like time consuming since you could just mix it all together.
Yes.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
What about
So remember, the purpose of this, besides the education, is also to reduce by 50%, the solid waste and the recyclable. So to make it easier, I guess it makes sense for us not to have too much go. So this is perfect, and at least in Chelsea is acceptable. Where it's single stream, you don't need to separate it. The only thing is required is you don't have to use plastic bags for that. It's all loose.
Okay. Eso lo quería recordarle al grupo, de que no necesitan bolsas de plástico para los materiales, y esta es una forma muy fácil y que promueve que todas las personas reciclen, porque al final del día ellos están tratando de reducir la basura por 50%.
Great. So what other items do
So
we
this
have?
tray, aluminum tray. Is this recyclable?
It is recyclable, and one of the things we encourage the community, residents and tenants alike, is if they can rinse out,
Yeah.
wash, right, the content like sugars and grease and all that, and so it's clean. So that material is aluminum, and yes, it's recyclable.
Okay. El contenedor de aluminio es reciclable con tal que esté limpio, entonces ellos le recomiendan al pueblo que limpie las azúcares y las grasas antes de reciclarlo.
So I have a question. With pizza boxes, if there's food, there's grease, no, trash,
That's right.
If there's food and grease on the aluminum, you can still recycle it. But we ask that, just to be courteous, rinse
Right,
it off.
and the purpose of that is also again is because of it attracts flies and ants and all that stuff. So we want it to be clean. So a lot of people's on board, and like I said, the education is a key element to that. I know a lot of people is embracing this, and that's what we hear, because they want to hear. We want to continue with that portion of the education, and yes, so we encourage the community. Same goes with the jars and the plastic. I mean the glass.
Oh, here we go. We have
Right. So
Yep.
Ah.
It's nice and rinsed.
Wow.
rinse. Right. So it's all recyclable, and the purpose is to send it back, reuse it again, and this is all recyclable. The only thing we ask, please, is to rinse it out. And it's clean, and yeah, so it's perfect, Monica. You could just
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Ahora, Sharon, ella quería preguntar un poco de clarificación, que los contenedores de pizza, porque están contaminados con grasa, no se pueden reciclar, pero estos otros tipos de contenedores que se pueden lavar, con tal que se laven y estén limpios de grasas y azúcares, se pueden reciclar, porque al final del día es más fácil reciclar cuando no hay preocupaciones de insectos y otro tipo de cosas que son atraídos por ese tipo de comida. Y sí, al final del día todas las personas quieren reciclar.
así es.
So then we have these
Ooh.
wonderful things that we find everywhere. How do we dispose of these?
Are
Okay,
those
so-
recyclable?
No. A lot of people ask me. A lot of people ask me in particular. They said to me, Mike, but this on the bottom of the cup has a symbol. It has a number. So in Chelsea, we recycle plastic containers like this milk. And if you look at the bottom here, it says number 2. So we recycle 1 through 7.
1 through
through
7. Okay.
So this is number 2. So this one here says number
Didn't know that.
6. But the styrofoam we don't recycle of any sort. As a matter of fact, I think I was doing some research. I think this is soon to be abolished by the Mass DEP. This is causing a lot of damage in our oceans. This material. So I guess they're looking at ways to not use this no more because it's using. And so therefore, at least in Chelsea, this item is not recyclable.
No
Okay, Mike,
styrofoam.
this
So
one
no
says 6.
Yes.
So would it be recyclable?
1 through 7.
Oh, okay. So toss that.
So this is not recyclable.
And not recyclable.
Jose?
Ahora,
Sorry.
Mike, It's okay. Ahora Mike acaba de compartir con el grupo que en la ciudad de Chelsea se puede reciclar plástico que tenga las enumeraciones y el símbolo del 1 al 7. Ahora, aunque los vasos de
Styrofoam.
styrofoam,
Le dicen hielo seco en español, no sé si sería.
algunos de ustedes puede ser que lo conozcan como hielo seco, este tipo de material. Lastimosamente en la ciudad de Chelsea esto no se puede reciclar aunque tenga un número entre los 1 y el 7. Este material ha sido determinado como una causa grande de problemas ecológicos y el Estado está tratando de eliminar el uso de ese material en este estado.
Before we continue, Monica, Faye,
Yeah.
I want to clarify something here. I know you have it here, but I just want to point it out to the Chelsea, to the community, the members and tenants alike. there's a confusion a lot of times where we are proclaiming, right? We professing that this is 1 through 7 is recyclable, all plastic containers. So a lot of people confuse plastic containers with plastic bags.
Ahora, él solo quiere hacer una
So you can-
clarificación, que
So
mucho,
this is
mucho
recyclable.
tiempo
Yeah.
a las personas, porque ven una bolsa como puede contener cosas, lo ven como un contenedor de plástico. Los contenedores de plástico son este tipo de contenedor.
No, yeah.
Sí, las bolsas lastimosamente no.
No bags, no plastic
No bags, yeah.
And it's a myth, right? Because here has a symbol and it says number 2, but in Chelsea, we do not recycle film like plastic, this bags with the rest. So what happened like Market Basket, you can bring all these bags to Market Basket because they have a container where they can recycle all that material. But at least here, the city does not, so this material is not recyclable. So
No
therefore,
plastic bags.
you can go into the trash,
Yeah.
or you can bring it to the
Or
supermarket.
bring it to Market Basket.
Wow.
Or we use it at home too.
Yeah,
reuse it
reuse
at home.
it at home, yeah.
Good point.
Ok, ahora él solo quería ratificar que aunque tiene un número entre el 1 y el 7, este tipo de bolsas no se recicla en la ciudad de Chelsea. Pero si ustedes están interesados en reciclar ese tipo de bolsas, lo pueden llevar al supermercado Market Basket y ellos tienen una forma de cómo reciclarlo. O también lo pueden reusar. Do you mind if I interject?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to that type of bag, I know that I work at a local food pantry,
Yeah.
and we're always in need of plastic bags to be able to give out or distribute some of the food. So also look for local thrift stores or food pantries that might potentially need some plastic bags as well. Those are really expensive bags. You can pay up to $20 for a box of bags, so it will help a lot the community. Ahora solo quería mencionar que yo trabajo en una despensa de comida en la cual nosotros usamos ese tipo de bolsas para distribuir la comida. Y nos ayuda mucho cuando las personas nos traen este tipo de bolsas para distribuir la comida, reduciendo el costo de nuestro proyecto. Puede ser que cueste hasta $20 por una caja de bolsas y eso nos ayudaría mucho.
All
Sorry.
right. So
Alright,
why don't
what
we have a
about
few
these two
items to go through,
Yeah,
right?
just a
So we'll
couple
make sure
more,
that-
yeah.
No, that's great. So let's see what other items do you guys have.
So
All right.
these cups are all confusing.
Yes.
Okay.
So again, this is plastic containers, right?
Uh-huh.
And if you look at the bottom here, it says, if you
P5.
can help me here.
5, it says
and
5.
5, right?
Yeah.
So 1 through 7
Oopsies.
is good, right? 1 through 7. It doesn't matter the color. 1 through 7.
Pink or red.
So Monica, this is recyclable. It's clean.
Ahora,
Now-
esos contenedores, porque tienen la numeración número 5 y son plástico, no importa el color, se pueden reciclar.
So here we have a cup, paper cup for coffee, hot liquid. As you can see here, and the color of this sleeve, this is all, if you look at the color, it's all recyclable. It's made of recyclable paper, and that's the purpose of continuing with that mindset to, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this is recyclable, Monica. There is, because it's a hot
Coffee cup.
Container, like
beverage, right? So this paper cup is recyclable.
okay.
There are another myth with cold drinks, where we got paper cups, but the cold drink has
Plastic inside.
the wax.
Lining?
The wax.
Wax.
The wax.
Ooh.
So there's a confusion as far as that. So this is for hot beverage. So this is recyclable, but the one for cold beverage that you find in, some stores, it has wax in it, is not recyclable.
That's a good point.
Ahora, él solo quería mencionar, porque este tipo de vaso está diseñado para contener bebidas calientes, sí es reciclable, pero hay algunos vasos que son diseñados para contener bebidas frías y que tienen ¿cera? Que tienen cera,
Yeah,
que
the
tienen
wax.
cera alrededor. Lastimosamente, esos no son reciclables.
All right, so Mike, we have one last item. It's kind of hard. Me and Faye didn't really know where it belonged, so these little things. I don't know if you can see them. Batteries.
Batteries.
Ahora, Mónica le va a preguntar a Mike acerca de estas cosas que son tan ambiguas, las baterías.
So these batteries, the majority of them are alkaline. So those you can dispose those in the trash. Regular trash is a very little contents. I mean, you can really dispose. The lithium batteries, those are the one like recyclables one. Those are the one that we need to recycle. So there are centers like Home Depot where you can bring these items. And there are some municipalities across Massachusetts, they have centers. Here, we don't have a center per se. We are looking ways to see if we could work around that. I know there's a lot of talk about that stuff. But just in Chelsea, you can bring all these batteries, I mean, the lithium batteries or rechargeable batteries to Home Depot. And they have a program where they can recycle that material. So, but if it's regular alkaline batteries, you can just dispose. It's safe to dispose.
Ahora, Mike acaba de comentar de que hay dos diferentes tipos de baterías, unas alcalinas y otras que se llaman de litio. Ahora, las alcalinas como las que acabamos de presentar, esas es seguro botarlas en la basura. Ahora, el segundo tipo, el de baterías litio, hay centros de reciclajes los cuales uno puede llevar ese tipo de batería. Hay algunos en como lugares como Best Buy y hay algunas municipalidades que tienen centros locales. Lastimosamente Chelsea no tiene, pero están buscando la opción. Pero sí, si son alcalinas pueden botarlas en la basura, es seguro de botarlas en la basura, pero si son lithium tienen que llevarlas a un centro de reciclaje.
Wonderful. So I think we've learned a bunch here. We've learned that pizza boxes, if they're used and have oil and grease, we can't do it. It's trash, right? But if it's frozen pizza, it's okay, right? The paper cups for hot beverages, yes, you can recycle, but the cold that have the wax on the inside, no, we can't. Batteries, the AA batteries, normal alkaline batteries, trash, right? The lithium batteries, we can recycle, but not with Chelsea.
That's right.
With other places.
Like
right?
Home Depot, you can bring those staples, have them Best Buy. Also, you mentioned earlier other ways to separate the contents besides trash, like you were saying, yard waste.
Yes.
I forgot to bring those. The city provides some of those stickers in red that you can affix to any regular trash barrel. Okay, so there's two ways. You can either buy those paper bags that you've seen, the brown paper bags. I think it's 5 of those paper bags for $2. You go to Market Basket, Home Depot, you find them everywhere. Or you can also utilize your same container for trash. The only thing with that is to identify, have a sticker so the trash holder, like the contractor, can see, if it's yard waste, because it's not the same, it's separated.
Okay.
And that's the purpose. The purpose is it was banned, the state bans all the material goes with the trash, it is no longer permissible, so it has to be like recyclable, separated.
Okay.
We have yard waste, Jose, the city has 12 weeks throughout the year where you could just put it in out in the sidewalk for their collections. But if you prefer, the city yard is also available, so people, if it has a way of bringing this material to the city yard, 5 days a week, you can bring it from 8 o'clock to about 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Okay. Ahora, Sharon solo clarificó que básicamente las cajas de pizza, si tienen grasa, lastimosamente no se pueden reciclar, son basura. Pero si están limpias, pueden ir en un contenedor de reciclaje también. Ella habló acerca de los vasos, si son contenedores para bebidas calientes, pueden ser reciclables, pero si son un vaso que es diseñado para bebidas heladas y tiene cera, lastimosamente eso no se puede reciclar. Y también que las baterías, con tal que sean alcalinas, pueden ir a la basura, pero si son lithium, no pueden ser recicladas como cualquier otro reciclaje, sino que se tienen que llevar a centros de reciclaje como Home Depot, Staples o Best Buy. Y Mike también comentó de que la ciudad tiene este tipo de stickers o calcamonías que los pueden pegar en cualquier contenedor de basura regular y los convierten en un tipo de contenedor de reciclaje, o puede ser para las basuras de los jardines o los patios.
Correcto.
Ahora, hay 12 semanas, él quería recordar que hay 12 semanas en la cual la ciudad recoge este tipo de basura o este tipo de
¿Desperdicio?
de desperdicio. Pero si las personas se sienten cómodos y tienen la forma de llevar este tipo de desperdicio de jardines, como hojas o maderas, ramas,
La grama.
grama y todo ese tipo de basura, si lo pueden llevar a un lugar designado de la ciudad, lo pueden hacer cualquier día de las 9 de la mañana hasta alrededor del mediodía.
Okay, so we have, Mike, you were talking about there are these red ones, these red stickers
Yes.
that say yard waste. You can
That's
put
right.
it on any container and designate that it's yard waste. Likewise, there we go. Likewise, can you make
Wonderful.
any
Wow.
can you make any container recyclable with the recycle sticker?
Yes.
So we can make any containers recyclable or yard waste as long as we have those stickers. If we have the blue one, do we need the recycle symbol or no?
I always encourage people not to do it because it's clear that it is recyclable. Although I've seen here and there people sometimes that I try to explain to people that this is only intended for a regular trash barrel, so we can identify the content of that particular container. Right. Same goes with the yard waste. The stickers are precisely to label those to see the contents, which ones are for. So I'm sorry. So this blue one does not need a sticker for recycle. So this is only again for people that wash in Chelsea in the community. That this is only if you don't have a designated recycle bin. We can use any regular trash barrel with the stickers. The city provides this. You can also contact us. Or me in particular, if you see, you can always drop this as your home address or leave it in my mailbox, and they're very useful.
Ahora, el grupo solo quería ratificar que estos stickers pueden transformar contenedores de basura regulares en ya sea reciclaje o ya sea desperdicios de patios o jardines. Y digamos, ustedes son gratuitos y los pueden accesar en la ciudad, en la municipalidad, o pueden llamar a la municipalidad y Mike puede tratar de dejárselos en su buzón, así no tienen que salir.
What about the blue bins? Where can people still get these blue bins?
Las personas todavía pueden recibir estos contenedores azules.
Yes, so those are, I guess, they're about 16 gallons, those small ones. Yes, so those are free. The city has a lot of those in stock, so people can just come to the City Hall, Department of Public Works, office, or room 310.
Las personas, sí, son gratuitos y todavía los pueden conseguir en la municipalidad, en el cuarto 310.
And I think we also talked about the organization that I work for, the Neighborhood Developers. We have some blue bins. We have some blue bins as well.
También Sharon quería comentar que la organización de Neighborhood Developers también tiene unos contenedores azules.
And we thought about maybe if people wanted to come to our next meeting,
Yep.
we could give them a blue bin, right?
Y si ustedes quieren ser parte de este grupo, pueden recibir un contenedor azul en la próxima junta.
And our meeting is every third Wednesday in the, what is the building?
Highland
Highland
Terrace.
Terrace Community Room on
Yeah.
Garish Ave. And we meet there at 6 p.m. every third Wednesday.
Y el grupo se reúne cada tercer miércoles del mes a las 6 de la tarde en el cuarto comunitario de Highland Terrace, que queda en la calle Garish.
So your next meeting, right, which would be March 15th,
Couple
right?
weeks, yeah.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
People could come and get maybe some stickers or get the blue bins, right?
Yes, or if they see me driving around, walking throughout the city, right? They can just wave and say, "Mike, can we get some of this? Can you, just get my attention?" And more than likely, I'm always willing and trying to help out and educate, the public. That's my philosophy here, and so it's all great. It's all wonderful.
Thank you.
Entonces, si las personas están interesadas en recibir estos stickers o un contenedor, pueden asistir a la próxima junta este tercer miércoles del mes, que sería el 15 de marzo a las 6 de la tarde. Pero también, si ven a Mike, pueden decirle, hola, necesito esto, y él va a acomodarlos.
Great. So before we go, there's one last thing I want to point out. Mike, you've been referencing some different paperwork, right? You've been like the list of what's recyclable and what's not. You've been looking at this important information for property owners and tenants. All this different information, educational information. Where can people get this stuff?
So this,
Sharon le pregunta a Mike que él ha referido a diferentes documentos, estas diferentes guías y páginas. Entonces, ¿dónde podemos conseguir esto? Sharon pregunta.
all right, so I'm holding here in my hand is a flyer that the city manager put together, and it's about the new homeowners and tenants alike. It's about a flyer information of pretty much a little bit of everything here. So you can browse this. We have it also in Spanish, so English and Spanish, and you can see here the city manager, Tom Ambrosino, city councilor here. So it's pretty much educating the public of kind of reaching out to kind of inform, how the city functions, who are the leaders or the councilors, and what we do in the city, and recycling program, how to get one, how to follow the information. They also have information as the app Cyclics Fix, where you can report any kind of
Problem in the city?
problems or any fixes that you think is needed. They also talk about the taxes and the bills and all that. So there's a lot of parking, quality of life. So there's a lot of safety, public health, and also the trash and recycling. And Faye also was mentioning something about if people wants to compost. Compost. There are some receptacles that the city has that people are, if they're willing, they can come to the public works and get some information as far as if you want to go that route.
Ahora, Mike estaba hablando acerca del contenido de esta guía para los propietarios y rentantes de la ciudad, que está disponible en la municipalidad. Tiene diferente información desde la estructura de la gobernación hasta aplicaciones que pueden ayudar a solucionar problemas en su ciudad, y hasta información de cómo puede uno conseguir un contenedor para crear su propia, para transformar los productos de comida en tierra, que puede ser tierra
Abono.
En abono, básicamente, cómo pueden un contenedor para crear abono. Y todo es disponible en la municipalidad.
Wonderful.
Y-
Any last minute things that the CET wants to share?
¿Algo más que
Yes.
quieren compartir?
Yes. I would like to share with the community, with Chelsea, this beautiful flyer that we have created along with City Manager Tom Ambrosino. We put some effort and resources in the group about the dog waste. This is a very important thing that I personally would like to ask the public for their help. I have a dog. A lot of us have dogs. We love our dogs, our pets. But please, if you could help us pick up after your dog, there's a lot of need for that. I know the dog is not the dog's fault, but we need the person that owns the pets to be responsible enough. So we encourage the Chelsea community and tenants and dog owners and property owners to please, can we all come together and help out in this sense, because there's a lot of need for this. And I know we can do this. I know, and we have created this. The city has created this, and it's also in Spanish and English. And please, if you need one of these, let us know. We got plenty of these. You can come to City Hall, or if you see any one of us walking down in the street, going to somewhere, coffee place, whatever, please let us know.
Stop us.
Yes.
Right?
So please.
Mike lo último que él quería compartir es esta guía informativa para dueños de perros. No es la culpa de los perros, sino que, pero hay que ayudar a los dueños de los perritos a limpiar después de ellos. Entonces, por favor, ese es un problema que afecta a muchas personas y él quiere que ayuden en la ciudad de Chelsea con esto.
Wonderful. Well,
One last
Yep.
one last thing. Don't forget to vote. Please go onto our Facebook page, our CET Facebook page, and tell us where you would like the last bottler.
Yes.
So go
keep
ahead
looking
and
up.
give us a location of somewhere, whether it's a particular location or in your neighborhood or somewhere down Broadway. We would love to hear from you. So please, please, please go ahead and vote.
Faye quiere recordarle a las personas que estén viendo este programa que por favor voten y compartan su opinión de dónde debería de ir este otro recipiente de mayordomo de la calle. Así que por favor métanse en la página de la web en Facebook del CET. Así pueden compartir dónde creen que debería de ir este contenedor.
And to keep using our containers as well.
Yeah,
Y
thank
por
you.
favor continúen usando los contenedores y gracias a las personas que los han estado utilizando.
So if anyone would like to help us or get involved in our cause and continue thriving here in the city, making it better, cleaner, beautifying the city, you need help or you need some volunteer work that we have throughout the city, we pretty much organize every month.
Yeah.
So please let us know if you see us on the street. Please stop us, ask us. I mean, we need help here, and the whole purpose of this is for the whole city to be beautiful and cleaner, and this is all we want.
Ahora, Mike solo quería recordarle a las personas que necesitamos su ayuda. Así que si ustedes están interesados en embellecer y mantener a la ciudad más limpia, por favor ayúdennos, párennos, díganos comentarios o también pueden asistir a las juntas.
wonderful. I want to thank all of you in the audience for listening to what we've had to say here. We're trying to keep Chelsea clean. We're trying to keep Chelsea beautiful as it is. And we're hoping that you can help us do that. So if you want to get involved with this wonderful group of people, every third Wednesday of the month, they meet at Highland Terrace Community Room from 6 to 8 p.m. on Garish Ave. Come to their meeting. Come to their meeting and hear about all the things that they're doing. And until then, we will see you next time at our next show of Keeping Chelsea Clean.